In this episode 13 of The Daily Hustle, we talk about work-life balance, why you are probably doing it wrong if you actually want to be successful, and Marshall Morris finds out he's more like Elon Musk than we ever thought before.
Broadcasting from the box that rocks and Thrive15.com world headquarters, it's The Daily Hustle with Daniel McKenna.
What's going on, guys? This is Daniel McKenna. Over there is Marshall Morris. This is episode 13 of The Daily Hustle. And in this episode, we are going to talk about why you are probably not doing enough to be wildly successful. We're going to start off the show right away with just like insulting the people that are watching this. That's a good way to start, right?
It's a useful engagement
not
tactic.
necessarily what we intended to do, but that's how it kind of came across. But basically, if you guys don't know, we are from Thrive 15. I'm the co-founder of Epic Productions and Thrive 15. This guy over here is an author and the founder of Madness Media and a business consultant here at Thrive 15, where we help small businesses all over the nation grow their businesses.
Yeah.
And it's a legit thing, and there's literally thousands of people on the web platform and hundreds of clients that we coach. And I'm excited to jump into some of this content here. All of this episode stuff that we are talking about today, these questions are coming from Thrive15.com as well as Twitter and Instagram. So if you have those questions, or for the people that are watching this on Facebook Live for the first time, hello, how are you doing? Ask those questions on there. We'll get to those questions too. But first, we're going to go ahead with a question from Jason. Marshall, give us some mojo. So you guys at home won't hear this. If you're watching Facebook Live, you won't hear the mojo that's happening in my earphones right now. So you're going to want to watch this on YouTube later on. The Daily Hustle Show. Look for the Thrive Time Show channel. The Daily Hustle. That's where you can see the edited versions of all this stuff. Marshall's got some mojo going. Marshall, go ahead and jump into this question here for me, buddy.
Okay, so this is from Jason. He says, how do I find work-life balance? My business is doing okay, but I am working all the time. How do I get ahead? This is from Jason.
From Jason. Man, the people at home are really missing out, not hearing this.
I'm on the money today with the
Facebook
song
Live
choices.
crowd, you are missing out on this, but we are super glad that you're here. We're wearing these large headphones so we can hear some mojo. So let's dive into this question here. This is from Jason, and I'm really excited to get into this because this is sort of a maybe a wake up call for you. Maybe if you do this right, maybe it's a wake up call for you. And today's question is, are you actually hustling, and what are your priorities? So Jason says he feels like he works all the time. His business is doing okay. How does he get ahead?
Mm-hmm.
And Marshall, of the clients that you've coached and the clients you've seen here in the building, how often is this a thing where people feel like they're just getting by? They feel like they're working all the time. They're just getting by. They don't know how to manage their work-life balance. How often does this come up?
Well, I would say primarily everybody that we're working with, I would say close to 100%, maybe 85%. Are working all the time in their business.
Okay.
And how much success they're having varies. They could be having a lot of success. So we're working with a couple $10 million companies that are having a lot of success, but they require the business owner to still be working in the business.
Okay.
So that's the first thing. The second thing is that that they're all working a lot. And so they don't have the systems, or maybe they're hustling or they're not hustling, but they have no gauge on how much they should be working in their business.
Okay, so let's dive into some quotes here. And if you don't know how this show works, we basically lean on the wisdom of the mentors and alternate sources that we consider experts in the fields, as well as the personal experiences we have here in the building with all of our clients. Let's talk about some Gary Vee here. Gary Vee is one of the favorites of the show. I'll read this one. I'll let you read the next one here. I'll let you read the next one. This one's from Gary Vee.
Who is Gary Vee?
Gary Vaynerchuk, if you've not heard of him. He started with Wine Library TV, built a huge social media following on there, built his business from $3 million to $60 million per year in the wine business. And then got out of that. Well, he's still doing that business, but then started his own ad agency, his own social media and ad agency, VaynerMedia. Now it's over $100 million ad agency. If you follow him on Twitter or Instagram or Snapchat, he's literally everywhere. It's crazy. I don't know how he puts out that much content. It's pretty amazing. But one of his rants here says, "I'm not mad at you if you watch complete seasons of House of Cards. I'm not mad at you if you play Call of Duty all day long, or if you're playing in every softball league. I'm only mad at you if you're baffled and complaining that you don't have enough money or you aren't living your dream. If you're happy and content, you've already won. My stuff is for the complainers who don't realize they have the time to fix it if they just change their behavior." Okay, so if you're the person at home who's super happy with everything you've got going right now, maybe you don't make $1 million a year, but you're cool, you're happy, Gary Vee saying you already won. You're good. If you're happy and content, you're already living life to the fullest, that you're good. But if you're not living life to the fullest, if you don't feel like you have everything that you want to get to, if you aren't either making enough money, or you don't have enough free time, or you aren't spending enough time with family, whatever it is, he's saying you have a chance to fix that. You can fix that. Okay, so that's some Gary Vee. Let's go into some Elon Musk here.
Okay.
Explain to me who Elon Musk is, Marshall, and then let's get an Elon Musk quote in here.
Okay, so Elon Musk, he's the founder and CEO of SpaceX. He's the co-founder and CEO of Tesla Motors. He's the co-founder of PayPal. He's started a couple big businesses.
He's kind of done a few big things. He wants to legitimately move people to Mars.
Yeah. Space exploration. It's
and when
amazing.
he got stuck in traffic, he decided he's going to start a company to dig underneath traffic. Do you hear about this?
I've heard rumors of it. I haven't seen it.
So his goals are pretty big.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that context, go ahead and give me the Elon Musk quote.
Okay, he says, "Work like hell. I mean, you just have to put in 80 to 100-hour weeks every week. This improves the odds of success."
What?
It just improves the odds.
It just improves your odds. Okay.
Yeah. If other people are putting in 40-hour work weeks and you're putting in 100-hour work weeks, then even if you're doing the same thing, you know that you will achieve in 4 months what it takes them a year to achieve.
Okay, so this guy, he co-founder of PayPal, made a ton of money. Co-founder of SpaceX, where he is literally like the government does not do astronaut stuff anymore. like the government does not shoot rockets into space. Elon Musk shoots rockets into space. Right? He co-founder and CEO of Tesla Motors. He's trying to get cars off of gasoline. He wants to send people to Mars. He's obviously got crazy big vision for what he wants to do and what he thinks he can accomplish. And he says you have to work like hell. I mean, 80 to 100-hour weeks every week. This improves your odds. This improves your odds of success. Okay, so think about it. How big are your goals? If your goals are really big, your workload better be really big. Mm-hmm. If your goals are outlandish, even if it's not a money goal, let's say your goal is to be like the greatest family man of all time. Well, you're going to have to spend a whole lot of time every week chasing that goal because it improves your odds of success.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's crazy. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Elon Musk is the man. And if you don't believe Elon Musk, give me some Mark Cuban. Give me a little bit of Mark Cuban here before we dive into the rest of this.
Okay, so Mark Cuban, he says, Mark Cuban, he owns the Mavericks.
Little basketball team. Maybe you've heard of them.
A little basketball team. They're rebuilding.
Well, the Thunder have been. I mean, the Thunder aren't where they used to be, but we can every time we play the Mavericks, it's like automatic W.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you just threw a haymaker at Mark Cuban. Nice. All right. So you got to work like there is someone working 24 hours a day to take it away from you.
Okay. So backstory on Mark Cuban. He's the dude that lived in an apartment with, I think, like 4 to 5 other dudes, like at the age of like 28, 29.
Mm-hmm.
So for a lot of people who are already like approaching their late 20s, early 30s, maybe even older than that, think, well, I missed my chance. I should have done this earlier. Mm-hmm. He was already near 30, and he had nothing. Mm-hmm. Living in an apartment with like 5 or 6 other dudes, which if you remember college days or you remember like shortly after college where you had a ton of roommates, you know what that's like, right? Small little place. And he taught himself to code. He taught himself web interfacing. He started a business. He got fired from multiple businesses, and he built himself up into this big-time entrepreneur, sold his company for millions and millions and millions, I think even billions. I think he sold broadcast for billions to Yahoo.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah, and then bought the Dallas Mavericks. Mm-hmm. And now he does like full-time Shark Tank type stuff, like investing and type stuff. Mm-hmm. And he says you have to work like there is someone working 24 hours a day to take it away from you. So how bad do you actually want what you say you want? If you say you want an awesome life, Know that an awesome life isn't going to be easy, because if it was easy, everybody would have an awesome life. How bad do you want it? Maybe that's not money. Maybe that is money. Maybe that's not building a business. Maybe it is building a business. Maybe it's family goals. Maybe it's faith goals. Maybe it's volunteering goals. How bad do you actually want it? Because Mark Cuban says you have to work like there is someone working 24 hours a day to take it away from you. Marshall, we'll go hypothetical here. We'll go hypothetical here. You're a family guy. You spend time with your family every week.
Hypothetically.
Okay, we'll go more realistic. Founder of Madness Media. What's the website, Matt? There?
Madness-media.com.
Madness-media.com. You can go check that out. You're doing cool things in music and recording.
Yep.
And that's one of your passions, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So Mark Cuban is saying there's somebody out there working every hour of the day to take that dream away from you.
That's a bit scary.
Does that a little bit scare you and a little bit fire you up?
Yeah. Mostly fires me up. It makes me want to increase the number of hours that I'm working.
Right?
Yeah.
So now, with that sort of mentality, maybe watching the latest I've never seen the show. The latest episode of Game of Thrones. Maybe that's no longer a top priority.
Me and you. Never seen it.
Just all the way across. That's not one of our priorities. We've never seen... I have seen an episode of Westworld. I've not seen the full season.
I've seen about like 8 beginnings of like Westworld.
Yeah.
Like the first 5 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, because for family night, it's like airs Sunday night, like
Sure.
8 o'clock, 9 o'clock,
Sure.
something like that. And so I'll be over there for family day.
Sure.
That's what I've blocked off for family day. And then everybody will like tune in, and like it takes me about 5 to 7 minutes to be like, okay, I'm headed out. See you guys.
Because that's not a priority.
No, I was just totally
Once
take
that's
off.
on, you
Yeah.
realize, okay, family time value is starting to lose here. I'm no longer really having quality family time.
Yeah.
I have other things I have to be taken care of,
Yeah.
so I'm out.
Yeah. In the first like 4 or 5 hours of family day is like great.
Yeah.
Quality time. Totally engaged. I have no interest in watching.
So whatever you have at home, whatever your dream is, whatever you want to do, how bad do you actually want to do that? If you're happy and content, you're good. You win. You're good. But if you want more, you can't complain about it. How bad do you want it? Are you putting in... Are you anywhere near Elon Musk, 80 to 100 hours? Because that's pretty insane. But his goals are pretty insane.
Yeah.
How big are your goals? How bad do you want it? Realize that there's other people working harder than you that want that same dream that you have.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's pretty cool. I mean, that's pretty like eye-opening for a lot of people. For Jason, I hope that's eye-opening for Jason. Whatever it is that he's trying to do, he says he feels like he's working all the time. Maybe he needs to work more so he can create systems to create more time freedom for him in the future. Maybe that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So if you haven't seen our episode on creating workflow systems, I believe that was episode 12, go check that out too. But maybe that's what it is. Maybe he wants more free time, so what he needs to do is spend 100 hours a week working. Right?
Yeah.
So that 6 months from now, he has every system built. He doesn't have to be there. Now he can spend 40 hours a week working or 30 hours a week working, and he has those systems built and set up for him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. This next segment is sponsored by Tools of Titans. The Tools of Titans by Tim Ferriss. You just got this book for Christmas, didn't you?
I did.
You started diving into it.
Yeah, pouring through it.
And it's sponsored by I have not read this book. I've read a lot of Tim Ferriss stuff. You like it so far?
I like it so far. I've actually started implementing some of the things.
That's awesome.
I feel ridiculous doing it too. That's the most exciting part.
Okay, so go check that out. Tools of Titans, The Tools of Titans by Tim Ferriss. And we've got an exercise here for you to find out what you are actually spending your time on. So this is the exercise. The point of this is for you to be honest with yourself. Find out what it is you're actually spending time on. Everybody feels like they're working a lot. I have not talked to anybody. I can't think of the last person I talked to that didn't feel like they were working a lot. That didn't feel like they were spending a lot of time working.
Mm.
That felt like they had a ton of free time.
Mm.
But as we've discussed in other episodes, Elon Musk has 24 hours a day. Oprah Winfrey has 24 hours a day. I have 24 hours a day. Sam, the camera guy, he has 24 hours a day. we're all allotted the same amount of time per day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here's the exercise. You need to carry around a little notebook with you, or you can use an app like Toggle, Rescue Time, A-Tracker. There's several. Just Google it, app, task timing, something like that. And record what you actually spend your time on during your full day. For instance, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. I showered, I cleaned, I cleaned up, got dressed.
Okay. Yeah, I get it.
Is
I was going to say 6 to 7. That's the first issue that you're not hustling. If you're taking an hour-long shower.
Well, I was saying shower,
I got
cleaned
it.
up,
I got it now. I jumped the gun.
Okay. 7 to 8 a.m. I ate breakfast and read the paper. 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. I worked on the such and such project.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. Okay. Now, the point of this isn't to make yourself feel good. The point of this is to be find out what it actually is. No one else is going to see this. You're the only one that's going to see this. Find out what it actually is you're spending all your time on. This is crazy important. It might turn out that you are at work 9 hours a day and you actually do 5 hours of work. Because you take an hour-long lunch, you're on Facebook sometimes, you're talking to coworkers, you're kind of hanging out, you were late that day, whatever it is. Maybe you're only working actually like 5 or 6 hours a day. Why does that hurt you? Because that means there's less time that you can be getting ahead working to create space for you to do other things.
Right.
Like Elon Musk said, if you are at work 9 hours a day, but you're only working 6 hours of those days, now by like day 3, that should be 27 hours that you've spent working on something. You've only spent like 18 of those hours working on something, which means that 9 hours have to be made up later.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not giving yourself a chance to succeed if you're trying to get the most out of all your time. Okay, that's the big point. Do this for a full week. Then take all of your categories and figure out how much time you actually spent working, spent playing, spent resting, spent with family. Again, categorize this. Find out what the real numbers are. Maybe for you, maybe you are already working a lot. Maybe for you, you're already working 60 hours a week. And maybe for you, your thing is, I did not realize I don't spend any time with my family. I did not realize I don't spend any time with my girlfriend or my wife or whatever. I did not realize I spend 0 time playing the piano, even though I keep talking about how much I want to play the piano. Whatever it is. Okay? You're going to get your actual time down. You got to be honest with your time. It's the only way this works. And then after you get your real numbers, you can decide where you are or you aren't satisfied and start making changes. That's what it all comes down to. Okay? Is getting those times categorized to find out what it is you actually spend your time on, and is that what you actually want to spend your time on? If you're working 35 hours a week and you're not satisfied with the results you're getting, perhaps you need to work more. If you're working 55 hours a week and you're not satisfied with what you're getting from your work, perhaps you need to work more. If you're not spending any time with your family, perhaps you need to time budget that. Okay? So finding out what it is you actually do during the week is going to maximize your time you have here on Earth, which is, I mean, that's everything. That's everything. We also will talk about in a future episode Lee Cockrell's time management system from the wizard himself, Lee Cockrell.
The wizard.
The wizard. So if you do not have a time management system, Lee Cockrell, he was the executive VP of Walt Disney World Resort, managed 40,000 people, wrote multiple books on the subject of time management. People will pay him thousands of dollars to fly across the nation to talk to people about time management. And we're going to teach you his system in another episode. That's all we have time for on this one here, Marshall. Let's get into some daily wins of the week. I know the Facebook Live audience won't be able to hear this, but I need some mojo. I need some mojo here. Okay, getting back into the same one. You just love that
I
groove.
love this one so much.
Just love that groove.
I love the horns.
Yeah.
I love the horns a lot.
I can see that. A little bit of like a Grizz type of influence, maybe?
Maybe.
Maybe?
Could be.
Okay.
Or it could be just like my never fulfilled aspiration of joining like jazz band.
Well, you didn't spend enough time.
I can't play any jazz band instruments.
Okay. Well, let's go into the daily wins of the week. I want you to, we're going to have you announce the daily wins of the week as if you were Elon Musk. You are Elon Musk. You're Elon Musk. You just got off a presser talking about going to Mars, and then someone pulled you aside and said, hey, we need for you to announce the daily wins of the week.
Okay, so this is the thing that people need to understand is like Elon Musk is void of emotion. Have you ever seen his interviews?
Oh, yeah.
It's just like no emotion at all.
Yeah. That's what we're looking for.
Okay.
Daily wins of the week from Elon Musk / Marshall Morris.
No. Okay. No motion.
No motion.
Okay. And ladies and gentlemen, that's a very good question, Dan, that you pose, because I think society has it turned around, and when you look a little bit more introspectively and where we're going as a whole, where we're headed is the daily wins of the week.
You went the extra mile on that one. I was impressed. You went the extra mile on that one.
I tried.
So for the people at home that don't know, Marshall always wants to do these daily wins of the week in a different character. As a different character every episode. He always wants to do it as a different character. So this week's was Elon Musk. So give me the actual daily wins of the week. This is one of our clients, Steve Currington. Steve Currington. You can check him out online. Big time mortgage guy. Big time mortgage guy.
I'm only kind of dying over here.
You're choked up.
I'm choked up.
Choked up about the daily wins of the week.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the daily wins of the week here.
Steve Currington. Okay, check this out. He is opening or has opened new locations, okay, in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Yep.
Colorado Springs.
Yep.
I'm going to venture to say that's in Colorado.
That is in Colorado, yeah.
Okay. And then Columbia, not South America, but Missouri. Okay, so Columbia with a U. I think it's a Columbia with a U, not Columbia with an
Well, I don't think they really care at home like how it's spelled.
Well, it's Columbia, Missouri.
That's not the point.
Okay. Well, yeah, instead of Columbia, it's Columbia.
Okay.
Okay. Missouri. And in doing so, he was able to afford himself by buying a new Bentley. So if you see a Bentley driving around Tulsa,
a gray Matt Bentley.
Yeah, Matt Bentley. You can't miss it.
It's pretty sick.
It's awesome.
So he put together the systems. He worked on the systems that we are teaching here at Thrive 15. He did his Dream 100. He did his SEO type stuff through podcasts and stayed diligent through that stuff. Followed through with all the advertisement stuff, and he just opened up 3 new locations outside of Tulsa.
Yeah, not in Tulsa, but outside of Tulsa.
And he's killing it.
He's
and because he's killing it, he was able to do something he wanted to do. He is a big car guy. He got himself a Bentley. Pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's awesome. Okay, so if you are at home and you have never heard of us before, but maybe you're interested in some of the stuff we do here, and you'd like to talk to one of our guys here in the office, check this out. Go to thrivetimeshow.com/workshops. thrivetimeshow.com/workshops. It is a 2-day business extravaganza, 16 hours long. It's going to change your business. It's going to give you all the systems that you need to start blowing up in your business. And it's really big for the people that are actually taking advantage of this. It's the best possible value you're going to see. We just started these, which means they're a lot cheaper now than they're going to be in the future. I'm pumped about them. So check that out. thrivetimeshow.com/workshops. Also, thrive15.com. Fill out the business evaluation, see where your business ranks. And we're going to give you that book, Thrive, for free, ebook. Only if you mention that you saw us on the Daily Hustle Show. It's the only way you're going to get it for free. Mention you saw us on the Daily Hustle Show, how to take control of your destiny and move beyond surviving now. It's a big, thick book. A lot of time and effort has been put in that book. It's going to be really big for you. Okay, that is it for episode 13. We're going to record episode 14 now. So for the people at home, Facebook Live, stay tuned. For the people in YouTube, head on over to episode 14 where we talked about being discouraged and down, and yet no one cares. It sounds sad, but we're going to get into it. That's Marshall Morris. This is Daniel McKenna. Bam!